Hi, my name is Leanne and I live in Virginia. I contacted Dr. Carson for help with extreme anxiety and panic attacks. This had been happening for several years and just getting worse to the point where I had developed some uncomfortable physical symptoms, gastrointestinal issues, when I would get in a car to drive anywhere. If I was around people, it just got to the point where I did not want to leave my house and just pretty much became homebound. And that's not really a way to live. And when I contacted Dr. Carson, there were accompanying things that I wanted her to help me with. When you live this way for so long, there was just a lot of fear and stress and worry. And then just being isolated for so long in my house had caused some depression. And there were some physical symptoms that I also had her work on. And over that time, I had gone to therapists because I knew logically this was not a way to live. But the therapist did nothing for me. I had spent a lot of money doing that. And since I believe in more holistic approaches, or really I just felt desperate. I was happy to talk to Dr. Carson and had hopes that she would be able to help me with this debilitating anxiety. And I think I was maybe a little bit of a hard case because I was a little bit resistant at first. She felt like that I had some subconscious blocks, but she very patiently guided me through that, which I really appreciated, and we were able to do everything that she wanted to accomplish in those 3 sessions, although we may have taken just a little bit longer. But to my amazement, the difference after those 3 sessions, because when I first called her, and we just kind of did a review of where I was at. It was the worst case in most of her categories. And at the end of the 3 sessions, I had dropped dramatically. And to my family, the people who know me, let me just tell you some of our successes by the end of that 3rd session and in the about 2 months since that I worked with her. I can pleasantly now drive in a car or be a passenger in a car. I can visit my son who lives an hour away, my grandchildren. I can enjoy those visits. I can go to church again, which is something so important to me. If we want to go out to a movie, I can do that. Even just regular appointments. Those were the things that I had avoided for 2 years. I just couldn't go out. So to have that ability to go out, my favorite tools I use every day are the stress tool and the sleep tool. But it's almost just like having a magic wand waved as you use those tools. And all symptomology or all things that would normally have bothered me just are gone. They're not even part of my thoughts when I use those tools. So I would just say if you are wondering if you're suffering from any of these things, to not hesitate to call. I hope that my testimony can help someone else. Another thing that she helped me with is I had developed osteoarthritis in my knees, and surgery is not an option for me. And she worked with that, and I can say that I don't have pain in my knees anymore. I can get a little sore, but now I can stand and I can walk and I can do things in my house. I can cook better, just do things for the family. So that has been wonderful. I feel like I've regained a life again. So I thank her for that. And I would encourage anyone to work with her. When I think of how many years I've suffered and that it can be gone in a matter of 3 weeks, and have the tools to be able to effectively make change, to live a happier life, and to be able to do things again is a miracle to me. So I thank Dr. Carson for that. Also, something I appreciate is that her care for patients is she allows follow-up calls. If you have any questions or concerns, I've done that. And so she really cares. She listens and wants to help the people that she works with. Thank you, Dr. Carson.